onto Warrant Officer Magano's buggy.
That is correct.
And your suspicion is that... my apologies. Can you please explain what it is that we're seeing?
The first three images that were found on Tumelongu's cell phone and the images that are on this black buggy are the same, Commissioners.
Can you state that? Are you able to state that categorically?
Not the same person. There are similarities in terms of packaging, Commissioners.
And if you look at the pictures themselves, can you tell with the first three pictures where they're taken from? Just judging by the container they're in.
Commissioners, when I was looking at these three pictures, to me, they seem to have been taken inside the container.
The download itself, or what you found in the phone, it was on what date?
On the 7th.
Okay. And that was before the container got to Gauteng?
That was before the container got to Gauteng.
Thank you.
On the 7th.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And from the phone, did you establish whether Mr. Nku took the phone with that device, or was it pictures that were sent to him? Was there anything in the metadata that explained where the pictures came from?
These were not sent. It seems even if they were sent, it's either they were sent and saved in the gallery, because this was found in the gallery of the phone, not as sent.
Oh, so they were found in the gallery. Okay.
Correct.
Thank you, Colonel. Then we can go back to your statement.
Is it the same for the van with those plastic bags?
There are similarities between
Okay.
these pictures and the one in the black bag
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
in terms of packaging and wrapping.
Thank you.
Commissioners, I don't think the picture here is the best. Perhaps if we can check the stain exhibit bundle. The pictures start at page 4. Sorry, Colonel, did you find it?
Page 4.
Yes. Yes, the best picture of the bags is at page 4, and a close-up is at page 5.
Yes.
I think at the corner there you can see that the duct tape that was used has particular markings. Is that the similarity you're referring to? Or what is the similarity that you say exists between the two pictures?
I'm referring to the same, to say there are similarities in terms of wrapping.
Okay.
Let's also confirm that what is the picture on page 4? Where is it taken? Page 4 of the stain bundle, if you would just explain.
These pictures reflect the one at Ireton,
Okay,
the one that I was investigating.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. If we can then return to your statement from paragraph 10.
On 2021-07-08, the truck was released from the port of Durban to Gauteng. The same day, Tumelongu traveled to Gauteng. This is clear indication that Tumelongu was monitoring the truck.
Colonel, you can continue. We've already dealt with these aspects earlier.
Analysis of the location data associated with Tumelongu's cellular telephone indicated that on 2021-05-21 to 2021-05-22, the device was in the same vicinity in Durban. The date corresponds with the cellular telephone communication in which requests were made and the photo of the photograph and the container. The communication attributed to an individual identified as Alpha. 12. Further analysis of the extracted data revealed that on 2021-05-25, a screenshot was found in which the individual identified as Alpha requested Tumelongu to pick him up, and analysis of cellular telephone record and associated cellular tower data for Tumelongu's device indicated that on the same day, the device was located in the vicinity of Bedfordview.
Yes, you can continue.
Analysis of the cellular data records revealed communication and contact information indicated that Tumelongu and Samuel Mashaba were acquainted with one another. The record reflects the interactions between the two individuals date back to 2019. I have carefully reviewed IPID report concerning the investigation conducted against myself and my colleagues. Upon the consideration of the report, it appears that the recommendations therein were based primarily on complaint by Mashaba, Mohana, and Pakula. Furthermore, the allegation and complaint appear to have supported by statement of information provided by Lieutenant Colonel Maluleke, Sergeant Pakula, and Sergeant Sapi. The recommendation do not appear to have adequately considered the objective evidence obtained during the investigations, including the digital forensic investigation and the cellular telephone data records. It is my view that a proper assessment of all available evidence should have been undertaken before any conclusion or recommendations are made.
Colonel, before you move on to deal with the next report, at paragraph 16, you indicate that had there been adequate consideration of objective evidence obtained during the investigation, did you provide the docket to IPID?
As I indicated, the last time I indicated that the only communication I got from IPID, it was at the initial stage of my investigation to the matter. From there on, I have never received any communication from IPID up until the date I was made to submit a warning statement.
Perhaps a more direct question, did IPID request the docket from you?
The caller was requesting the docket, yes.
And your response was?
Can that communication be on emails or be directed to my office, not me?
According to the IPID investigator, they did send a request to your supervisors and they refused to provide the docket.
It is strange, commissioners. That will be strange to me because I've never get that communication.
My apologies, Colonel, you said?
I said, in my response to that, it will be strange because I was never told. The only time I heard of IPID was when I was submitting the warning statement.
So what, you're saying that it is strange that they wouldn't have been provided with the docket?
Strange
or what is strange?
Strange that my supervisors that you are mentioning never communicated such to me.
All right.
If my recollection is correct, I think Director Ma Posho, yes, Is it Maposho? Yes. Director Maposho says that it's a she. Says that she contacted you directly, that she asked for the docket. You said that she must come over and an arrangement was made for her to meet you to pick up the docket. Am I correct in my recollection, Ms. Bowe?
Yes, it's,
So that differs from what you have just said now. And when she got there, you were not there. That's what she says.
I can't remember her, Commissioner.
maybe, Chair, just to read what she says from her
Please,
statement.
please.
She says, on 21 October 2021, I made contact with the investigating officer of DPCI, Captain Sebola, requesting the copy of the docket. He said we must come to his office at Germiston on the 22nd to collect it. My colleague and I went to Germiston as agreed, but to our surprise on arrival, Captain Sebola was not in the office. He was contacted on his cell phone and he indicated that he was not going to give IPID copy of the docket. The matter was escalated to Brigadier Sekgobela, Captain Sebola's commander, and she said she will talk to Captain Sebola and she will give us feedback. A follow-up was made with Brigadier Sekgobela on her cell phone, but was always on voicemail, and she never returned the call.
You see, that differs altogether from what you are saying.
I received only one call requesting the docket. I gave the direction, but on the appointment, I can't remember making any appointment.
There's a difference between not remembering and not ever having made the arrangement. Which is which?
I've never made any arrangement with them.
All right.
How does it normally work, Colonel? And my question assumes that you've had before this, you had previous engagements with IPID about other cases. When they do their investigation, how does it work, their engagement with the SEPs for purposes of getting information? Do they ask for a docket and do they ask for it from the investigating officer? What are those processes, if you know?
In this instance, I think what they are saying there, that is the correct procedure, that they communicate with the office. The office referring to the office of the provisional commander, which is, in this case, Brigadier Sekgobela. Or they should have communicated with the unit commander, which in that case was Colonel Zondi, who will then call me to the office to say, come with this docket, there is something that is needed. Because if that cannot happen that way, I will share information in the docket with each and everyone that comes to the office. And they should have, at least communication should have been done not telephonically. They should have write to the office that this is the matter we are investigating. We understand your office is investigating the same. We have got a complaint on the matter. Can we meet? That is what was supposed to happen. But that wasn't, I was never informed that there is a letter or communication of that.
Before this Boyson's case, have you personally been involved with this process of IPID, where you were the investigating officer and they required information?
Yes.
And how did that process go? How to get your access to your information, how did it play out?
Access to information must just follow through the correct procedure, not to the IO direct.
So in previous case that you've done, is that what happened?
It happens like that way.
Okay, they communicated formally.
No cell phone contact, commissioners.
Yes.
So there should be a paper trail to say there was this communication.
Yes.
Because we sometimes, as investigating officer, we get strange calls that seek information in our dockets.
Okay, thank you.
Just to say, Colonel, IPID did send formal communication. Ms. Maposho indicated that on the 28th, an email was sent to General Kadwa seeking his intervention, and a meeting was arranged between IPID and DPCI for the 5th of November 2011. And on the 4th of November, at 1500 hours, the staff officer of General Kadwa called and said the meeting was cancelled due to unavailability of General Kadwa and legal services. However, there was no other date provided. IPID also sought intervention from General Libya and requested assistance there. A letter was drafted on the 24th of November. General Libya did not assist with the request. Instead, he indicated that IPID must investigate without copies of the docket. So they did follow procedure in trying to obtain copies of the docket, but
That is
ultimately
correct.
didn't succeed. And do you have any observations why it would be that DPCI at all its ranks refused to assist IPID?
I can't respond for General Kadwa for not adhering to the request, and also for General Libya for not, but I think the direction to General Libya was for IP to investigate, of which I don't know how they communicated commissioners. So I can't comment on.
And so you're saying that neither General Brigadier Sekgobela or General Kadwa or even General Libya at any point talked to you about IPID's communication?
Commissioners, the only time I got a call from General Libya was when I was in Limpopo to sign the letter for misconduct, nothing else.
The letter for misconduct related to this investigation?
To this investigation.
Oh. So that would have been at the point that IPID had made a recommendation?
That is maybe correct.
That may be correct.
I don't know what
Okay.
made them come to that decision, commissioners, but indeed there is a communication between them and the office. Maybe they were aggrieved by the outcome of their meetings with my bosses, then they ended up reaching that conclusion.
All right. You can continue with the statement. Let's deal with what Major General Gerber had to say. Paragraph 18.
I have also reviewed the findings of Major General Gerber. According to his finding, he was unable to identify any evidence that would warrant the findings of misconduct against against any DPCI members implicated in the IPID report. The findings indicate after the consideration of the evidence available, there was no evidentiary basis to support allegations of misconduct against implicated members. This finding should be considered alongside all other evidence and report relevant to the matter.
Now, if you go to Major General Gerber's report, let's go to the stain exhibit file. The report itself starts at page 81. Have you found it?
Yes, Commissioner.
You will see there that General Gerber, General Gerber found, oh, my apologies, if you can go to page 106, that's where the findings are. Are you there?
Yes, Commissioner.
So you'll see the first finding relates to the fact that he or she found no evidence indicating wrongdoing on the part of the DPCI members, including yourself,
Correct.
right? And the findings also that you acted bona fide within the scope of your mandate of the DPCI. However, she goes on to say that there were fundamental administrative errors made by the investigators assigned to the team and highlighted.
Sorry, which paragraph is that?
It's just after the list of names. Can you see that?
After?
After the list of names, so
Okay,
lists
yes.
you, Lt-Col Sebola, and then
Yes.
says
Okay.
in any wrongdoing. So the sentence starts with, I could find no evidence implicating any of the following members, list the members in any wrongdoing. Goes on to say, on the contrary, they acted bona fide and within the scope and mandate of the DPCI. There were fundamental administrative errors made by the investigators assigned to the team, and I highlight this although they have no bearing on the IPID recommendations. You see that?
Yes.
And there, she lists